How's everybody doing out there this morning? Anybody watching this live stream of me sharpening clipper blades? Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Helps the business out, helps the algorithm out. And if you'll tell me where you're watching from. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning in southeast Texas. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. And it is a spectacularly beautiful, cool day here. We haven't had any cool days in a long time, so it's pretty nice in the shop this morning. We're sharpening clipper blades for a dog groomer, and I've done a ton of clipper blades this week. I'm not sure what's going on, why so many people are contacting me about clipper blades, but we're doing a bunch of them. I got more coming in this morning. It's one of my least favorite things to sharpen, but it makes money, so I'm not going to complain too much. All right, we're going to move the camera around here. We've got to set up the machine to sharpen. Sorry about the sound, sorry about the bad camera work, but I appreciate that you're with me. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're watching from. This is the 16-inch Nebraska Blades sharpening machine. It's specially built for sharpening clipper blades. And so we got to clean the abrasive off the plate and recharge it with abrasive so we can sharpen these 8 blades. So the machine uses a powdered abrasive, and so I've got to take this abrasive off of it and put new abrasive on it before we sharpen the clipper blades. So we're just cleaning it a little bit. Then we got to put a new abrasive on it, and it uses a oil-based adhesive. And so that's what I'm doing, is putting that oil on the plate. Got to put some even oil across the plate, and I think we got it. Sometimes I put too much oil, sometimes I don't put enough on it. Now, I use a 180 grit aluminum oxide abrasive. And so you put the abrasive on, then you gotta leave a nice even coat on there, and that's what we're gonna do with this little block of wood. So I'm looking for a nice even coat of abrasive, and I did put a little bit too much oil on there, I can tell already. But we'll spread it out. Just takes a little bit of time. Tell me where you're watching from. 158 people out there are watching, but only 3 people have hit that thumbs up to help the algorithm out. You will help our little business by hitting that thumbs up button, and if you're so inclined, subscribe to the channel. We get a little income off of our YouTube channel every month, and it helps us buy abrasives and things like that. Yeah, I put way too much oil on it this time. And that happens. But we're spreading it, so we're getting there. All right, we're getting close. We're getting an even coat. And then we'll sharpen. I've got 8 blades to sharpen. And we'll get those sharpened and put back together, and we'll test them and get them back to the dog groomer. She's not going to pick them up till this afternoon, but I wanted to get them done this morning. All right, I think we're about there. Almost. That looks like a good even coat. All right, we're good. All right, we got to turn the dust collection system on. We're sharpening clipper blades for a dog groomer. No, it doesn't. It is not a brake rotor. It does look like a brake rotor, doesn't it? It's a lapping plate is what it is. This is basically a lapping machine. So I've got to put a respirator on because this is some nasty stuff. So you'll hear me muted. Eddie? Eddie is for keeping a straight line along the center line of the disc. Helps me keep my hand in the right position. There is no angle. It's not like a knife. The cutting edge is in between the teeth. It's like a shear. It's this way. There's no angle to it. There's a convex. You can look at some of my other tutorial videos on my YouTube channel to see how it's done. Eddie, I charge $8 a piece to sharpen them. A brand new clipper blade is about $35. All right, we got them all sharpened. Now we got to put them back together. Sorry, I got that music a little too loud, don't I? People watching, I hope you hit that thumbs up button, and if you're so inclined, subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades. That's what we're doing today, is sharpening clipper blades for a local dog groomer. We also sharpen sewing and industrial scissors and just about any kind of knife. So we've sharpened both pieces. This is what's called the comb. This is what's called the cutter. When they're mounted in the clipper itself, the cutter moves back and forth across the comb and cuts the hair. And we'll test them at the end here. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. So when we reassemble them, they have to be almost perfect in the reassembly, and the right spring tension for them to cut. This is the spring on the back that holds everything together. Now, I already messed it up. I can already tell that I misaligned it. This is the most draining part of it, is getting them back together correctly. Right spring tension, and we're good. There's one. We haven't tested it yet, but we will. You know what I didn't do is I didn't brush that other one off. That's not good. I really need to brush the burrs off of it. I didn't do the first one. If I disappear, that means a customer's come up to the door. It's just me and the dog here this morning. Hey Jim, what's going on, man? You got some business today, I hope? Magnum, these are dog grooming clippers. All of them are Oster brand. I think there's some Andis in here. That one's good. That's an Oster number 10. Oh. Jim, I'm sick of clipper blades. I did do a bunch of knives yesterday. I stopped. I got more clipper blades coming in this afternoon and this weekend. I'm not looking forward to it. I shouldn't complain about money. It beats the hell of sitting at a desk in an office. Good on that one. Sweet. I did an axe the other day. You know, I usually don't do axes and stuff, but a guy brought one with a bunch of knives, so I did do an axe. I did it on my work sharp. Oh, geez. Some large axes. Make sure you make a video of that. I want to see you do those. Eddie, this, you talking about this, Eddie? It's a spring tension. It's a blade scale. It tells how much pressure is on the spring. How much pressure it takes to slide. You can't have too much spring tension. You can't have too little or it won't cut properly. one's a little tight, but I think it's okay. I think it's within specs. Correct, Eddie. So see how they're back together? There's the slot where the blade drive goes in, and it moves it back and forth. So you got to have the right amount of downward tension on this cutter against the comb itself, or it's not going to cut properly. You know, they come together like that, and they move. And so if it's too much pressure, it squeezes it. If it's not enough pressure, it's too wide. So you got to be within a certain number of pounds. I can't believe that one lined up perfect. Sometimes you get lucky. And I got whether I can feel with my hands whether the spring is enough or not. I can tell. I've been doing this long enough where frankly I don't need that, but it's just habit of using it. That one's off. Eddie, be sure to subscribe to my channel and watch some of my long form videos. From the different things I sharpen. And you can, if you have questions, you can contact me through my website with specific questions. Hopefully they're all good, all 8 of them. Now we're going to test them. Well, Eddie, I appreciate you asking questions.
What's Maya doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, so we got to test them now. They got to sound a certain way. See that? Woo. So that one's cutting good. What else does that machine do? Hang on, let the air compressor go off. Eddie asked, what else does that machine do? It just sits here on the bench. That's the only thing that machine is good for. can tell already this was a problem. So this one is not cutting, so I got to go back to the drawing board on that one. So we'll put it aside. How noisy that is. So the tabs need to be adjusted. The drive tabs. I just need a little squeeze. And now it's quieter. That's cutting good, see that? So that blade passes. Adam, I do it at the end. I mean, you could do it. I do adjust the spring before I reassemble them if it's light and in pressure. It's, you know, it's a matter of preference. See, like that one's quiet, so I don't worry about that one. That was cutting good. Well, I thought it was cutting good. Look at that. What's going on here? I think we may have a setback wrong. So this one is not cutting good, so we're going to go back to the drawing board on that one. It's not cutting the way I want it. Good. So we got 2 failures out of 8. I can tell by the test string whether it's burn or not. This one should cut well. I said that, then it's not going to cut well. Part of the problem is the furs. I need a longer fur. That was too short. Well, that's not cutting the way I want it to either. Alright, so there's another one I need to fill. Check. That one needs adjusting. My drive is working. Something wrong with my clippers. There you go. Nope. I need to change the drive out of this one. That was kind of good. And that may be with the other clippers. I think my drive is out. You got to change your drive out from time to time. And I think those clippers are about worn out. Yeah, that's cutting good. Let's go back and check those other three. Be a drive problem. Yeah, see, it's a drive problem. These are cutting good. So my clippers, my other pair of clippers needs the drive changed in it. I couldn't tell you the last time I changed the drive. Still like the way this one's cutting. It's cutting, but not like I want it. So I'm going to resharpen that one for sure. And I don't like the way that one's cutting either. So 2 out of the 8 I need to resharpen. So I'll do that. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all have a great day. There's what we've been working on. So we're going to take a little break. Hope y'all have a great day. Robot, thanks for watching. Jim, hope you have a great day. I'd like to see you sharpening those axes. Y'all take care.